Hey, I don't know what I want for the property. You know what? You just make me an offer. Hey, listen, yep, if you can just make me an offer, that'd be great. What's your number? I don't have a price. You give me your price and we'll look at it, okay? If you're a serious buyer, you give me your price and we'll look at it and consider it. I've got a lot of other offers that I'm looking at right now and considering. And yeah, if your offer is reasonable, then we'll go with that one. Hey, listen, Dave, that's completely understandable. Typically when I hear this, it's either because sellers are not interested in actually selling or they haven't really calculated the debt service yet, so they really don't know what they can sell for. Would that be the case here? So there's a response. Look, guys, this one's tough. It really is. It's probably one of the toughest objections to overcome because you're really battling if you have a motivated seller or if you don't. And your job right now on the phone is to win him over and become his friend. Now, the way you can do that is to become somebody that he wants to talk to, right? So can you perform? Are you serious? All these objections are going through the seller's mind right now, and you have to overcome all of those. And he's just like, hey, make me an offer. Are you serious? Make me an offer. Can you actually perform? What does this look like for us to work together? All these things are just rolling out in the seller's mind. Now, in the most cases, if they don't really have a price and they ain't really thought about it, it's going to be two different things. One, they feel as though if they give you their price first, then you're going to be able to negotiate more. And they're like, oh no, I'm not giving you my price first because I already know you might pay more than I'm asking for. And that's where we come in and we sharpen our skills up, right? We sharpen our sword and we come in and we're able to talk with this person to get them to understand it's great. In order for me to give you an offer, I need this information. And that's where we want to take it. And you can take it that way. So, hey, that's completely understandable. Typically when I hear this, it's either because you're really not interested in selling or you really don't, you really probably haven't even calculated like the debt service on the property to know what you would be able to sell it for. Is that the case here? Right? And kind of pull away. And when he responds, he might respond a couple of different ways. He'd be like, what I owe on the property isn't any of your business. Or he'll reply, actually, for your information, this property is free and clear. I don't owe anything on it. I own this house outright. And that's a benefit for you because now you know that you're talking to a seller who owns a property outright. And that's the psychology behind the statement. And this may not be the best statement for you. It definitely takes a certain type of personality to deliver this. But overall, what I want you to take away is you're saying, hey, that's completely understandable. This happens all the time. I talk to people like this all the time. Hey, but listen, seller, typically when I hear this is what I'm hearing. And this is what it means. It means either you're not actually interested in selling and you're wasting my time, or you actually don't know what you could sell it for. And yes, on that last one, you are going to strike a nerve. They will respond a little bit more aggressively, and that's okay. Because remember, we're professionals, and the way we ask questions determines our answers. We want to create the future objections, but it is tough to deliver. So if you need to reword that, reword it. But overall, what I want you to understand is if the seller doesn't really have their asking price yet, you need to communicate to them that it's completely normal and that it's okay. And that because you run into this all the time, you understand it to be a couple of different reasons. One, they're not interested in selling. They should correct you. Two, they don't really know their debt service or what they owe on the property, and they should correct you. Three is more or less you need to get more information in order to actually give them an offer. So, hey, listen, how about we work on this together? I just got a couple of questions to ask you. And since you don't have a price, this will help me come up with a reasonable offer for you. How does that sound, Mr. Seller?